Now obviously we can't see tension, as we said, because that's just something you have to feel yourself. I think now you realise the thumbs do not need to be squeezing down the grip. The second they squeeze down, it basically puts tension kind of in the forearms and the elbows, the shoulders. The whole body now is going to be tense. So the ability to move now is going to be restricted. The fact there's some range of motion is in that left shoulder. Okay, if you tighten that thumb down the grip, that left thumb especially, this rotate the cuff and shoulder, but now is going to be stiffer. It's not going to be able to move as much. So you're going to lose even more movement, which then creates more of a collapse to try and do that. Okay. Now the backswing is not going to look any different. Okay. Grip wise, I would say we can just about see your black leg. It's minimal. It seems to be just moved over loads, isn't it? Really? In reality, it's probably moved about that much, but so that much fit. Yeah. I wouldn't go much further too much. It can be gradually done, sort of bit by bit. So we might change it 2 or 3 degrees next, and so on and so forth. If you go from where you are to there, you'll be like whoa, and you'll be in the ball for your left leg. So it's got to be kind of small little chunks, bit by bit by bit. Otherwise, if it's too much too soon, I want you to kind of go away from sort of a lesson and be able to play golf at least. There'll be a few changes and a few tweaks here and stuff, but at least be able to hit it on the golf course. It's going a bit left or a bit right, we can play with that. If you're in the ball 50 yards left hooking, you'll be like, what the hell am I doing? You're not going to want to spend hours on the range for 3 days. Exactly, it's too much. So it's got to be bit by bit, okay? As I said, backswing wise, not going to sort of see the change there. Other thing now with that left foot is get that left toe open. Look at where it was there. For me, that's just a little bit too straight on. And very restrictive in terms of how much movement you can make. Okay, so by opening up that left foot, it just opens up that left hip, allows that rotation to happen. Okay, so when this one when you swung back and through, you sort of swung through and sort of falling back a little bit, kind of not really sort of getting the hip through as well because your foot was spinning out and your right foot's trying to balance these things. Now this left foot is opened out when we swing the golf club through. We can kind of stay there, and the left foot kind of stays down, and we finish in much more. With Rory Hughes. But no, there's a good, like I say, the good thing from your point, there's a good overall. We see a lot of football players, because they watch enough sport, they can see what a good swing looks like, and they can make that move and stuff. But they kind of do it sometimes on the back foot in terms of gripping it too tight, making it harder for themselves, rather than allowing the sort of movement to happen. So there for me it'll be fine. There's still going to be a bit of a collapse there in the top of the back, and that's maybe where the tension came from in your mind. If I just squeeze it tight, I won't go too far. But what happens, you get to back here, you just have to and then you collapse it. You're not again controlling that move. So it does go a little bit beyond where you want to go. For me that's a little bit too long, especially with a sort of 7 or 8 iron there. Driver, maybe, but with the iron, it's a long. Exactly. In terms of the range of motion with your shoulder turn, you're making a full backswing. Obviously there's a little bit of a curve there in the left arm there, and the wrists are hinging more than we want, which gets the club face down there. Okay. Now I'm not saying for 1 second keep your left arm straight. If I said to you to do that, you would lock it. And again, locking creates more and more of an issue again. So it's just got to stay nice and relaxed and extended. Okay. As we come to the golf ball there now, again, good strike of the ball, striking ball, then the mat afterwards, and you can see nicely on top of the golf ball now, because your left foot's on the ground there. We can rotate through.
On that left,
we can transfer and move to that left side. And interestingly, we didn't sort of mention too much about the ball position. That's moved forward just a little bit. Okay, and you're striking it better. In theory, I'd like to see it just a little bit further forward, but where you are there compared to where it was, if we sort of put a line
it's
through.
It's that relationship with the face, though, isn't it? It's like you say, you close the face of the
exactly,
ball,
and then you exactly you move all these different bits and pieces and stuff. So where you are there in terms of ball position, that ball's probably gone forward about half an inch or an inch or so, but you're striking it better now. So in time there'll be more movement left, more movement in that direction. If we put a golf ball back here, you're going to go back here to try the golf ball, and if your contact spot is behind the ball for other reasons, you just keep going going further and further back. You're not trying to hit the ground there, you're trying to hit the golf ball here. So if you're hitting the ground this far around the ball, moving the ball back that far is going to mean the contact spot will move back that far, and just it's just a vicious circle really. Okay, so so work on that grip pressure. Simple little thing you can do is just grab a golf club in at home when you're watching the golf ball on TV and stuff. Just sit in your sofa, put the club down by your left side. I'll just draw it here so you can see it. Put your left arm down there and just hold the club literally down by your left side as you do there. Then grip it, and then just sit on the sofa and then just put the club in there and just write your name in there. Or write, I don't know, whatever you want to do. Just so you get used to sort of conducting the golf club kind of thing. And then if you grip it as tight as you can, then try and move. Oh, bloody, I can't move it. And you'll see then how much tension is going to restrict that movement and the control of the golf club. We've got to control that club, you see. If everything is tense, like touching to the golf club, no control, is there? It's just locked in position, you can't move effectively. Okay, does that kind of make sense there,
Awesome, mate.
Good stuff.